can't figure out how to get one. Sitting over there.
At least call me Jen, though. I was in high school. I went to KFC. My mom was the manager, but we all called Mama Pam. Mama Pam. Yep. Mama Pam. Mama Pam.
See, oh, she got
At least I'm not Mama Jen. At least like they just call me Jen.
The girl with the vest.
down.
Mama J.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, I gotta ask you about turkey. They called the day before Thanksgiving. Who was it back? I was like, see that? Did it? Wasn't this that was the worst turkey you ever had? Terrible. Did you hear?
The turkey was awful.
She said it was the worst turkey they ever.
The $1 million bird was a bust.
They called us the Julie Springs. $1 turkey was a bust.
Forgot to give us our
Worst turkey. Back.
It was the worst turkey we've ever had.
Hands down.
It's not just.
Colonel Sanders next to chicken. How about these chickens?
Yeah, leave chicken next time.
I also paid $90.
Bring some leaf chicken. Say, hey, she had a bad turkey.
So it's funny because when we head home, Dave and I some year hell we would do a good from there, you know, Miss Goose until we got big. We were like,
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. It's great to see you all. We'll begin this evening by reading our mission statement. In Philadelphia City Schools will provide all students the opportunity to achieve their highest potential to become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. We are committed to providing every student a diverse, quality education within a safe and secure environment through a dedicated, innovative, and highly qualified staff in partnership with parents and the community at large. If you'll stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us, please. We'll let our kids from East start us off today. Go ahead.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes, good job. Hi.
You can sit down now.
All right, call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Here.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Present.
Mrs. Schrock?
Here.
Ms. Fontana? Here. We have a quorum.
Do I have a recommendation to approve the agenda of the regular Board of Education meeting?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any changes? Call the roll.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do I have a recommendation to approve the minutes of the regular meeting dated November 4th, 2024, the special meeting dated November 25th, 2024, and the work session meeting dated November 25th, 2024?
So move.
A second?
Second.
Anyone? Any changes or corrections? Call the roll.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, our last board meeting of the year is East Elementary. One of the highlights of what we do is to get a little window, a little peek into our buildings and students and families and the different things that are happening there. And so we will turn it over to Mr. Holmes.
Good evening, everyone. If I could have these kids come on up here. Do them there. All right, I'll introduce these guys here in a few minutes. They are part of our student leadership team at East Elementary. Again, I'll talk about that here in a minute. And that's tricky. First thing I want to talk about, students of the month. Every month, my teachers nominate a student from their classroom to be student of the month. So every month, we have 10 of those, and we recognize those students at a school-wide assembly. Something new that we're doing this year is we are giving personalized T-shirts to those kids. So Kate Dines here and Evelyn Stevenson have their shirts on. Go ahead and turn around, girls. What I really like is they have their names on it, so they can wear those out in the community, take pride in the work that they've done at school because they all deserve it. So that's a lot of fun. And one thing that I've noticed during the assemblies is it was with our 200 kids that we're calling up 10 kids to be recognized, and everybody else is really cheering for their friends, their classmates. Nobody's sad about not being chosen, not getting a t-shirt. So it's something that I thought is really cool, something great that our kids do at East. Another new thing that we have this year at East is our reward room. This is kind of a big thing that students can earn. It's a lot of fun. We have some little bumper cars. We have interactive game tables. We have a Nintendo Switch, a foosball table, a bunch of different board games that students can earn their way into to have some fun at the end of the school day. So it's a big deal, and the kids really love when they get to enjoy that. I want to talk about my teachers for a few minutes. Something new that we're doing this year, we have a new reading curriculum called Wit and Wisdom, and they have really worked very hard to make that a success. So just some pictures of that in action in our classrooms. Again, our teachers have spent a lot of time learning this new curriculum, implementing it, working together. I actually have two teachers here that I'd like to recognize. Mrs. Leanne Jones, one of our kindergarten teachers, and Mrs. Traxler, one of our first grade teachers, who I'm going to have Mrs. Traxler go ahead and stand up for a second. I got to talk a little bit about you. Mrs. Chelsea Traxler has recently been nominated by our district for the Tuscarawas County Chamber of Commerce Educator of the Year. So, yeah. Chelsea's great, is a leader in our building, does a great job. So is Mrs. Jones. She's fantastic as well. So I am very fortunate to have a great staff at East. So I appreciate them a great deal. All right, our student leadership team. Those are the names of all of our students. I'll go through these guys that were able to come tonight. We have Everly Ryan right here, Owen Brown, Kate Dines. Go ahead, please. Evelyn Stevenson, Owen Traxler, William Connor, Luke Trimmer, and Lincoln Holmes are members of the student leadership team that are here this evening. Some of those other ones up there, Cooper McDonald, J.J. Armstrong, Rowan Hawes, Scarlett McNutt, and Solara Meese couldn't make it tonight, but they are just a valuable part of that team as these guys. Well, just came from a baseball game tonight, so they're a little sweaty and got their jerseys on tonight. So busy night for these guys. I'm going to ask a couple of them if one of them want to kind of talk about what we're currently doing on our student leadership team. Anybody want to talk about it? Owen, go ahead, buddy. What are we currently working on, bud? So there, like Owen said, we are doing a drive for the homeless shelter, collecting canned food items, hygiene products. This was all their idea. I'm just kind of there to ask questions and kind of write down what they're talking about. They've been on the announcements. Evelyn Stevenson was on the announcements today, which is she was a little nervous, but she did a fantastic job talking to our 200 kids this morning on the announcements. Today they made posters to put around the building, and then like Owen said, the winning class is going to get a reward. They're going to get to spend some time in the reward room that I just talked about. Anybody want to talk about the other ideas that we've come up that we're going to do this year? Anybody else? Owen Brown, go ahead.
Bring stuff to school.
Go ahead, Owen. I'll help you out. So some of the other ideas that they came up with is they want to do something when their classmates are sick to either welcome them back to school or to make them feel better when they have maybe an extended absence. They want to do a school-wide T-shirt. We want to help the Ronald McDonald House, which we're kind of already doing. We're collecting pop tabs for the Ronald McDonald House in our first grade classrooms. They kind of want to take that on and have the kindergarten students do that as well. They also want to get some new recess equipment. So some of the things that they want to work on this year, again, these are all their ideas, and they put in a lot of work so far and will continue to do so to really make our school better and to help our community. They've done a fantastic job, and they are great leaders in our school building. So I think that's all that we have. Just want to, before we go, thank our older Quakers that are here this evening, high school kids, for being good role models for these guys. It's really great. Guys on the football field, wherever you guys may interact with them, they really look up to you guys. So thank you guys for being good role models for these guys. So appreciate it. Thanks.
Very impressive. Couple young leaders. Oh, she's got her.
Thanks, kids. Great job. Good job, Mr. Holmes, as well. All right. We will continue the fun and do some celebration, if we can, with Mr. Fortney.
It's a tough act to follow right there. You guys did very well. So I'm going to recognize some of our fall athletes. We have many fall athletes that were recognized this year. Some are able to make it, sometimes they're not. Some of them are already in the winter practices and doing a lot of different things right now. But we do want to recognize the accomplishments of our student athletes. So we'll get started off. Our first sport here is boys cross country. We have Allie Kadelman, who is first team East District All-Star. And next, we have Marvin Sapp, who is the Division I state qualifier, first team East District All-Star, Division I East District Runner of the Year, and first team OCC. Next, we have Kyle Bieber, who in cross country was first team OCC. And next we have Wyatt Lendon for cross country. He was Division I state qualifier, first team East District All-Star, and first team OCC. And also on boys soccer was first team OCC. Next we have one of our coaches that was recognized East District Coach of the Year cross country, Coach Doug Smith, and Coach Kip Brady. So there we go. There you go. Good job, Coach. Thank you very much. Good job. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
All right. And next we have for girls cross country. We have first team East District All-Star and first team OCC, Kylie Smith. All right, and next we have, for volleyball, we had Division III, third team All-Ohio, first team OCC, first team District 5 Coach Association, District 5 All-Star, and she was unable to be here this evening because she's at basketball practice, and that's Ava Reese. All right, and also for volleyball, we have a Division III, third team All-Ohio, first team District 5 Coach Association, District 5 All-Star, first team OCC, had a school record for career attack attempts at 3,105 and a school record for single match attack attempts at 75, and that was City Band. All right, and next we have for boys soccer, we have recognized for first team East District was Luis Sika Mejia. All right, and for girls soccer, we had first team East District and first team OCC was Hannah Seacrest. Yeah. All right, and then for boys golf, we have first team East District, first team OCC, and OCC Player of the Year, Brady Evans. Then we also have for boys golf, we have some academic achievements as well. And our first one is Jordy Kopp-Baldick in Academic All-Ohio for boys golf. We also have been recognized for Academic All-Ohio for boys golf, Mark Proctor. Then we have for boys golf for first team East District was Cameron Wright. All right. And then we have for girls golf, we have Academic All-Ohio was Kirsten Creighton. We also have for first team for girls golf, first team East District, first team OCC, and Academic All-Ohio, Olivia Jackson. Driving further than I can, so that's, definitely on that too. We also have for girls golf, Academic All-Ohio, Kylie Jones. And also Academic All-Ohio for girls golf, Ella Leeson. And we also have for girls golf for Academic All-Ohio, Olivia Miller. Perfect attendance for girls golf. All right, now we're going into football. So I want to just kind of start off with this with a caveat. We've been waiting for Division III All-Ohio to come in, third team, honorable mention, first team, second team, etc. Those have not come in for the first time in a long time in the state. I think they're doing them after the state championships now. So these kids will all be recognized as Division III All-Ohio players because they were first team East District. We just don't know necessarily what team it's going to be. So I'm just going to recognize them as being Division III All-Ohio, and that information should be coming out soon. So first for football, we have Division III All-Ohio, first team East District, and first team OCC, Caleb Carlisle. Next, we have Division III All-Ohio, first team East District, and first team OCC, Boston Crop. Next, we have Division III All-Ohio, first team OCC, Caleb Crowthers. Next, we have Division III All-Ohio, first team East District, first team OCC, Keaton Fossil. Next, we have Division III All-Ohio, first team East District, Brody Gillett. All right, next we have Division III Ohio, first team East District, first team OCC, Carson Long. And finally, we have Division III Ohio, first team East District, Vincent Magodi. I have one more congratulations. This thing right here, that happens to be the spouse of just won the state football championship, Justin Ross Young. Congratulations.
That was awesome.
Congratulations to all our athletes. We're very proud of you all. Excited for bright futures and next seasons to come as well. And definitely want to give a congratulations to our neighbors just down the road, Indian Valley, on their state championship for sure.
I will pass that along.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. You are more than welcome to stay, but this would be a good time to flip out the door if you'd like to.
for Indian Valley when he was in police. I am going. Mrs. Evans. I'm good. How are you doing?
Stand everybody.
Oh,
I just,
yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Last year.
Thanks. You having a good year? Good. Good. Number 2.
Oh, and having like 6 times too big, but
It's okay.
She doesn't care.
right, yeah.
I know.
Being through my
Yeah.
I know.
Good. So big. It's so big.
Did they keep me busy?
You know what? They look like small. Hey, stop back sometime. I'll tell you some stories about mom. Bye. He's like, yeah, keep it.
Sorry. Okay, go mine. Tomorrow.
And you won't sit through the whole meeting.
Congratulations, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Way to clear a room.
For Lincoln, you don't get to win that.
Oh. Oh, come on, Dad.
So much fun.
Oh.
Have a good night, buddy.
I love that reward room. We didn't have that there when I was at East. Yeah, that's really.
It's
bumper. I like the bumper
Come
car.
on over. It's a little flopper shot.
No, There you go.
But the library looks the same as. The bumper cars are awesome. Those things, so if kids, those are hilarious.
So my teachers are like, hey, send me this Facebook video of us.
You ready now?
And I'm like, you need to get these. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
Mr. Proctor's gonna be a guys with
I
ties.
got these small ones that struggle to fit into them as adults.
yeah.
They were pretty bummed.
Aw.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue. We have no public participation for this evening, so we will continue to our treasurer's report.
Okay, in your folder, you have the November financial statements, the key indicator, the cash flow, the check register, and the bank reconciliation. All balances are in balance. I'm asking you to approve sick leave for Elizabeth Evans beginning approximately April 16th of 2025. I have a donation to approve from Matthew and Jessica Kinsey for the Welty Show Choir. I'm asking you to approve an updated contract with Visual Edge IT for copiers, extending the lease by 63 months in the amount of $218,037.33, and the managed print service agreement in the amount of $137,208.33. And finally, I have an amended appropriation agreement for student managed activities for $3,000.
I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions for Julie? Call the roll.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries. The next item on the agenda, there are a couple items left on my agenda. They all have to be specific approval. That's why they're all broken out for approval by themselves. The next item is a resolution declaring this necessity of submitting to the electors of the school district the single question of the issuance of school improvement bonds in the aggregate principal amount of $72 million and the levy of an additional $1 mil tax to provide funds for the acquisition, construction, enlargement, renovation, and financing of general permanent improvements pursuant to Section 5705.218 of the revised code.
Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So move.
I'll second it. Any questions or comments?
No.
Call the roll.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine? Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries. The next resolution is a resolution determining that the school district is a special needs district and authorizing the preparation and filing of materials in connection with the application for designation of the school district as a special need district pursuant to Section 133.06E of the revised code and consents pursuant to Section 133.06C of the revised code.
Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
Moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. And lastly, I'm requesting the authorization for the superintendent and the treasurer to negotiate the purchase of property.
Do I have a motion to approve the authorization?
So moved.
Jinx.
Mr. Schrock, 1, Mr. Ricklick, 2. Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine? Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Personnel?
Okay, just a few personnel items. We did have one resignation I'm asking you to approve. A couple more substitute teachers who are coming on board. We're always grateful for new subs. And then some volunteers, both classroom volunteers and athletic volunteers. And then finally, we are always eager to help higher education. And so there are some teacher observers from Muskingum University. We have a field experience student and a student teacher from the University of Akron that I'm asking you to approve.
Do I have a motion to approve the personnel?
Move.
A second?
Second.
Questions or comments? Call the roll.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Any committee reports this evening? Nope. Assistant Superintendent's report.
All right, so I have for you the resolution to renew sponsorship of Quaker Digital Academy. They have agreed to consolidate, absorb Quaker Preparatory Academy, and so they've already put that in motion. We learned today that they have a board ready to put in place for QPA, as well as new representation, which they'll need to go through that process. So I can't say enough about Deb Kennedy and Rich Verratti working with us and wanting us to continue the partnership with them and having an open line of communication through the process. So it's, I feel like it's going to be a smooth transition as we go through. Just to let you know, once hopefully that you approve this tonight, we'll begin drafting a contract with them then and putting in some of the items we'll talk, and we'll go back and forth over the next couple of months. But QPA will not be absorbed until July 25th of 2025. So they'll exist until that be new school year. Yeah, any questions? Yeah.
Do I have a motion to approve the resolution to renew the sponsorship of Quaker Digital Academy?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions for Mr. Williams? Call the roll.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Motion carries.
Superintendent's report.
Several items that I'm asking you to approve tonight. Item A is approve the early graduation of Zane Check. He has met all the criteria for early graduation. Approve the Introduction to Engineering Design course as part of a technology course to provide another option for students to use Ohio's technology seal for graduation credit. Approve the Nutrition Standards Compliance Report. That's an annual report that needs approved. Approve the agreement with both Sandy Valley and with Indian Valley local school districts for their students to practice with and be transported with the New Philadelphia City Schools swim teams, because those districts do not have a swim team. Approve the overnight field trip for speech and debate to attend the Beaver Creek Invitational. Approve the non-routine field trip for the AP and Government and Politics class to tour the Ohio State House, and approve the co-ed MOU dated January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027 to continue the foster grandparents program that is in 3 of our district buildings.
Do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's report?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Yes, I'd like to make a comment about Zane Check. His early graduation is for him to go serve in the military to represent our country. So I just want to note that the young gentleman has made a decision to help out. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Anyone else? Call the roll?
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Ms. Schrock?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, in preparation for next year organizational meeting, for our meeting on January 13th at 6:30 PM, we just need to appoint President Pro Temp to get the meeting started.
I'll make a motion to have Mr. Todd McMath be pro tem to organization meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any others? Call the roll?
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Well, I had to think for a minute, how should I answer that question?
Yeah.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second. Call the roll?
Ricklick? Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine? Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
Mary.